Hi everyone, this is my Prince reading. I had a little trouble doing the edit, so I'm just adding this intro. My intro got cut off. What inspired me was a reading by the Empress. She did a reading today on Prince, or last week, or this last couple of days. She posted a reading on Prince, a part 1 and part 2. And I've never really been. I'm a fan of Prince. I've been a fan of Prince since his first song, "I Want to Be Your Lover." I actually remember asking my brother, who was more into music at that time because I was so young. I asked him who that girl was because I really liked that song. And he said it was a guy, and I remember being amazed that it was a guy who sounded like that. And from day one, from the first time I heard Prince, I knew he was a really great talent and a legend. So I have always liked Prince and his music, but and I'm a fan. But his death didn't affect me like it did a lot of people. I found I was more affected by Michael Jackson's passing, um, where I'm still mourning Michael Jackson's passing, to be honest with you. But anyway, I was never caught up in the controversy around Prince's death. I'm like, well, it's just an overdose. I mean, what is everybody talking about? And I heard the rumors. Maybe it was murder, maybe it was Illuminati. I didn't really think about it, and I didn't really, you know, again, I just thought, who cares? It's not important. It's probably all made up anyway. So, and I haven't really shown any interest in it. But so when I saw that she posted that reading, because I do watch her. I watch her, and I watch Tracy Brown, and I watch a lot of other readers that I enjoy and admire and respect and value their readings. And so I want to make sure I say that, and say that I'm not trying to undermine your reading. I started listening to your Prince reading, the Empress. I started listening to your Prince reading. And as I was listening to it, as the cards were revealed, I started getting my own messages. And then I turned the volume down, and I just got my own messages. And I recreated your layout, and I want to share those messages. And it inspired me also to do a reading after that of my own, just to kind of corroborate what I came up with. Again, I have no idea what the Empress said in her reading about Prince because I stopped listening. I started focusing on the messages I was receiving. But I just want to put this out there and let her know that in no way am I trying to offend or undermine her reading. I was inspired by her reading to let Prince speak through me as well. So this is my first. I'm going to show her layout and how I interpreted it, and then I'm going to shuffle the cards and do my own layout, asking the same questions. And I hope that you enjoy the reading. It's a little long, and but thanks for sticking it out. And my gratitude to Prince for his the music that he left us with, that still touches us all, and my condolences to his family, and my best wishes to them. So this is her spread, the readings by the Empress. This is her spread, and this is what spoke to me. So I wanted first, I was going to do it at the end of the reading, but I want to ask my own question and do my own spread, and just whatever I found out in her spread, how Prince spoke to me, I want to reconfirm in my own spread. So this is what she had. This is her layout. Of the King of Cups, a man of great emotion and spirit, spiritual power, emotional feelings, a very empathetic, very sensitive, very psychic. And this was Prince. And his emotions, he expressed through for me, this has really become a strong music card. It's a card of intention, will, vibration, and force, frequency. So this is a card of song and energy. that vibrates, anything that's like that crystal, anything that vibrates and makes sound. So he had a great gift from God. This is in the same words as the Empress gave. A great gift of song and powerful voice, and a powerful expression that he shared. And his expression was the Empress. She's like supreme expression, supreme grace, a supreme blessing that all could enjoy. And he shared and gave everything to his music. He gave everything to his first love. His first love, his mistress, was music. And he gave everything to it. And it was a God-given gift, God-given. Because the King of Cups can also represent God. Now what's crossing him is the regret card. He has a lot of regrets about what was lost, what was spilt. Now the King of Cups can also be a doctor. Okay, and any kind of cup card can also stand for a substance. Sometimes when we see cards with cups, it means there may be some substance abuse. And we do have an abuse card here. And there was an overdose, an overspill of substance. That is what killed him with the Ten of Swords. So I was going to say, well, it was an accident. He's sorry that he accidentally killed himself, because this would be a mistake. Getting forgiven for your mistakes or for your sins. This is a mistake that you want to be absolved from. So he's sorry. This is a card of sorry, sorrow, regrets, and also missing and longing for the past. He's sorry that he lost his life. And it was an accident. It was a mistake, right? And so I was going to say it was an accidental overdose. It was prescription pills. It was prescription pills that killed him. But then, and there's a lot more that I want to say, but I just kind of want to jump around as quickly as possible, and then I'll get to asking my own questions. But then I thought to myself, well, the Ace of Swords stands for illumination. And I thought of the rumors of the Illuminati that I've heard. And this to me makes me think of opulence, the power of the Illuminati. I don't know the stories behind Illuminati in the music industry. I've heard about it, but I've never delved into it. So and the Illuminati for me is some vague idea of powerful, wealthy people who control what we hear, what we think, what we do, control our governments, and that it's satanic. Okay, so that's what I've heard about the Illuminati. I don't know anything about the Illuminati. So so now I am seeing Illuminati, right? In the past, Illuminati, and this could be like an oath. This could be like a pledge that maybe he regrets. You know, this is also someone who is got a powerful voice, powerful sound coming out, and then it occurred to me this is someone who's on stage singing, expressing their words, expressing their spirit. This was him singing his platform. This was him on stage, and this is all the people loving his music and feeling inspired by his music. He misses that so much. He misses that so much. He misses that so much. He also misses that life. He misses his life. I think that there was more that Prince wanted to say, more songs that he wanted to share with everyone. And he's saying to his fans, that I want to, I miss you, I love you, I gave you everything. And he's also saying that he's sorry for, and I'm jumping around now, guys, because I'm like kind of evolving in my tarot reading skills or my psychic gifts. and I'm getting a lot of floods of information, and it's hard for me to trust it, and mainly because it's not organized. So that's what makes me get choppy when I start talking. I'm trying to organize it. But I feel like he wants to say that to his fans, that there's so much more he wants to share, and that he misses them greatly, and he misses his life as a singer. And he knows he was given a great gift, and there's still more that he wanted to say. He regrets he wasn't able to share it. He had something great that he wanted to share. He regrets that he wasn't able to share it. He also regrets, okay, number one, I see he's with his mother and his father, and they're working out their past issues. They're going through a process of healing. I feel like they've already forgiven each other. But I'm not used to this. So I've never really been exposed to the other side and how its mechanics work in terms of how the other side's mechanics work in terms of how we're the healing process, and how I don't know if we instantly just understand and regret our mistakes, or if it's something that we go through on the other side and then we passed into more levels. I don't know. But I feel like there's kind of like a process of forgiveness that has taken place or is taking place between him and his parents, okay, and understanding and acceptance. I think he's coming to the realization that he's dead, and he's missing his old life still as well. And then, like I said again, I saw there was illumination in the past. And I said to myself, okay, he just regrets that he killed himself by accident. It was prescription drugs. It was an overdose. He's sorry he left too soon. He's in the process of healing and realization of his loss and grief over his death. He's in a process of healing. But at the same time, I'm also seeing betrayal, stabbed in the back, murder when these two cards are together. This could be death. This could be death by murder or by suicide. And there's a question of that with the Two of Wands. You're questioning, which was it? Which was it? Which was it, this or was it that? And I feel like he's saying, I was going to say no, but my Ace of Swords upright is a yes and reverse is a no. It's upright in her cards. All of her cards are upright. So in the Empress's layouts. So I said it could be a no. It could be a no because she doesn't do reversals. But then in his emotion sector, we have the Nine of Wands. Now this is someone who's been beaten up. They're battle weary. He was in a lot of pain. He was in a lot of pain. But he was strong, and he was determined to perform. He was determined. But there's also paranoia in this card. This is a card of being threatened. You see something coming, and you're on the lookout, and you're ready for a fight. You're defensive. So he was defensive and paranoid about something. There was some sort of ending here, maybe some sort of legal ending. Maybe it had something to do with his music that came to an end that made him paranoid and fearful. Maybe even death threats, okay? Maybe even death threats, or he felt his life was threatened. So now I'm thinking, okay, so now I'm thinking, was it murder? And this could be someone. So if this is him, then this could be someone offering something, but this could be someone taking something away as well. In this position, I feel like someone took away his life. The Ace of Wands stands for life, procreation, conception, birth, something new that has potential to grow. a new project. I feel like someone took it away from him. It might have been a woman, a powerful female who was in charge. It might have been a fire sign female, a Leo, Sagittarius. Could have been a man as well, Scorpio, or a Taurus or a Libra. Now, that's just what the messages that I got from her reading, and I also got some other messages. He watched this is a tribute. He watched the tribute of a legendary singer for him when on his death. I think this is Madonna. He watched her tribute for him, and he wants to tell her that he loved it. He loved it. She nailed it. She nailed it. What she said touched him dearly. Okay? He regrets and he's sorry that his fans didn't appreciate her tribute to him. And he wants to say to his fans, please stop judging. That is what separates us. That is what causes us to kill each other. Judgment. So he wants to share that message, and he wanted to say to Madonna, he has sweet, loving feelings for her, that he loved it. He loved her tribute, and it touched him dearly, and he's thanking you for that. And he also regrets or is sorry for past sins or past loss, something that was cut away from a woman. Maybe, I don't know if Prince has kids, or something that he did or said to a mistress or to a wife, someone with a baby. Something came to an end. Maybe he divorced her or something, or there was some sort of ending here. And he regrets, he's very sorrowful about that loss and the pain that, any pain that he caused her. Please forgive him. Please forgive him. And I believe, okay guys, this is crazy, okay? I believe that the cards are saying that Prince is going to be reincarnated. I know that sounds weird. I know, please. Don't judge me too hard. Don't judge. Don't judge. I feel like the King of Cups can represent God. It can represent a heavenly power. I think he's going to be, because this is a doorway, right? He's at a doorway. A doorway to a new territory, to a new land, to a new threshold. There's a choice or a decision that he's making, a plan or decision to step into a new territory. I think to cross over, to pass over, after he goes through this cleansing, he has a choice, he has a decision. Again, I don't know how the other side works, but I feel like this is what's going on. He has a choice after he goes through this process of healing and grief. I feel like he has a choice or decision. I feel like he's already made a choice or decision. He's already made it. It's very firm. It's very powerful. And it will be fulfilled. It will be given to him. He's going to be given a second chance, guys. He's going to be reincarnated. Prince is going to be reincarnated. All right. I know. Prince is coming back. He's about to come back. He's stepping through the door. He's choosing life. This is a card of conception. He's going to be reconceived. He's going to be conceived. He's going to be born into, though, a violent, threatening, or abusive territory or family. And, but I think he's going to be reborn a fire sign. He's going to be reborn a fire sign female. And then this card is telling me 9 months. I don't know. Prince might be getting like getting his spirit. This is the spirit as well. This is the seed. This is the potential. This is the spirit of man. His spirit is going to gestate for. See, I always thought that that wands were days. Wands were days. Swords were weeks. Cups were months. And pentacles are years. But for now this is just telling me like 9 months, I guess. It could also be saying, okay, it may not be the reincarnation, but you guys know that in my readings, there may be several things happen. The way I read, I may be seeing several layers of things at once, past, present, future, all at the same time. I feel like there may be some big release, a new release maybe of his music. He could be reborn in that way. Maybe it will take 9 months. It'll be a process to cut ties, to cut legal ties. There's a powerful woman involved. Could be a mother, a sister, a powerful executive, female. Could be a fire sign, Libra, Taurus, or Scorpio, male, who's involved with this release of his music. So I feel like his music is going to be released. It's going to be sexy. It's going to have a strong purpose. Whoever he's going to be reborn as, she's going to be very powerful. Oh my God, she's going to be even bigger, even greater than he was on Earth. And I feel like she will have a strong purpose to fulfill. Maybe that's it. He's not done. He hasn't fulfilled his purpose, and he's coming back. He's getting a second chance. He will be spiritual in this next life as well. Very graceful. But he'll have to overcome a lot. Wish I could see more about, get more from that card. Some kind of a leader. He's going to be some kind of a leader, some kind of a spokesperson or leader, maybe even a singer again. And again, that just kind of references to the Madonna, the singing Madonna, and that he's thanking her for her tribute as well. And so I think that some music of his is going to get released maybe in the number 9. Okay, but it'll be a difficult, painful process. So that's what I see from the readings by the Empress's layout. Thank you for not being offended by my going over it. And I do think that his suicide was actually a murder. It was made to look like, I'm gonna have to agree with Tracy Brown. It was made to look like a suicide. There might have been some intention of some powerful force, powerful creative force. Maybe this stands for the music industry, the Illuminati, I don't know. Oh my God, I really don't want to like fuel crazy, but maybe there's some truth to it. And this is a card of truth when it's upright. I think it was an overdose of pills, prescription pills, but like I said, this could be murder or suicide. I think it was intentional. And I only say that because he was fearful for his life. He was fearful for his life. He was kind of paranoid, or he was like, I don't know. He was like really super paranoid. So anyway, that's my reading on Prince, and I'm going to do another reading just to reconfirm this reading to see if I interpreted it the way he wanted me to interpret it, and if there's any other messages that he wants to share. So this is my reading on Prince. I want to confirm some questions. I want to know, how did Prince die? What's the truth behind his passing? Are there any messages that he wants to share with us or anyone on Earth? How is he doing right now on the other side? And what are his plans next? Is he planning to come back? Will he be reincarnated? Or does he have stuff to do on the other side? What is, can you give us some sort of guidance about, or clarity about what's next for him? What's next for his spirit? Or for his essence, his energy? So, Prince. Not sure what his real name was. Let me look it up. What's Prince's real name? I might get more energy off of asking that. Prince's real name. I mean, it was that sign, right? Oh my God. It was in the readings by the Empress. She had this card and the top above his head, and this wasn't that his name? Oh my God. Prince Rogers Nelson. Okay, Prince Rogers Nelson. Now, I'm a fan of Prince. Like I said, I've been a fan since that song "Wanna Be Your Lover." But I'm not like an over fan. I'm not like overkill like I was with Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson. And I love you too, Prince. But I want to know, Prince, how did you die? Is there any messages that you have for us or anyone here on Earth? Did someone murder you? If so, who killed you? How are you doing now? What's it like on the other side? What are you doing now, and what are your plans for the future? Are you going to come back? Will you be reincarnated? Do you plan to come back? He's deciding. He's weighing the pros and cons of that right now. All right, Prince, please reveal to me. Please give me your messages. I would love to be to bring your messages to everyone who cares to listen. Prince. All right. All right. So we got the Ace of Swords is what covers him. The Page of Cups is what crosses him. The Four of Wands is in the root of the situation. The Devil is behind him. The Ten of Cups is above him. What's before him is the Five of Cups. What he's experiencing is the Four of Cups. The effect of others is the Ace of Wands. Got it again in the same position as the Empress. And his emotions is the Nine of Cups, fulfillment. And his outcome card is the Knight of Pentacles. Alright, so I'm going to look over this reading the way that I do because I have to feel it first. I just don't like to spout off because, like I said, I'm not comfortable with just spouting off whatever comes out of my mouth. I've got to see the story and then I will relay it to you in an organized manner. And I may add some Sibillas if I need clarification. So I'm going to pause the recording for right now and then I'll come back with reading. Okay, hi everyone, I'm back. Having some trouble doing this reading. I'm just trying to stay organized. I had to organize my thoughts and write some notes. So I may have long pauses. But my questions were, Prince, how did you die? Prince, what messages do you have for any of us, or to your fans, or to your family? Prince, how are you now? What are your plans? Do you want to return? Are you going to reincarnate? What's going to happen? What plans do you have for your afterlife, I guess? All right, and so I shuffled the cards. I used my my Egyptian oracle cards, which is another form of Sibilla, just with an Egyptian theme. And I use that because my everyday oracle Sibilla deck is in use right now on some other readings that I haven't completed yet. But so I use those, and I just allow those, when I use Sibillas, I just allow them to fall out. So it's a long process of shuffling, so that's why I don't show that on camera. But anyway, we got the Ace of Swords here, and I clarified that with the Queen of Hearts. So this is what he wants to say, with the Ace of Swords, and the issues that he wants to bring up. He says his first love was music and his fans, and just trying to keep the cards straight here because I want you to see the interaction of the cards too. His first love was his music, his fans, but he's also wants to give a message to the female figures in his life. And that could be his mother, I don't know if she's passed or if she's still here, his sister, his wife, his adoring fans, his baby mama or child. I don't know if he had a child. He wants to say that he's sorry. He wants to say that he's sorry. He regrets that he put his music first. I mean, he doesn't regret that he loved his music, but he regrets that maybe he at times put his music before you. He wants to say that he's sorry, and he wants you to understand his pain. He had a lot of pain, and internal and external pain, and he's telling them that they were too good for him. He wants them to know that. And he was also addicted to the fame, to the self-gratification, as well as to what crosses him, which is the Page of Cups and the reverse Costanza. Costanza is about, I don't really like this depiction of this Costanza. Hold on, I want to see if I can use my other Sibilla Costanza. Hold on. Okay, I found it. I mean, this is a good depiction of Costanza as well, because this would be music, pleasurable experiences, emotional feelings, and then this is someone who's dancing. And that's what he did. He made us dance. He made us feel. And he regrets and he misses doing that. He misses that. That's over. That's over. With Costanza, when she's upright, it means, you know, it means building something. And when it's reversed, it means something is ruined. There's a ruin to what you're building, and a lack of achievement. And this card did come out reversed, so he feels like something wasn't achieved. He feels like plans were ruined. And he's sorry about his overdose. He's sorry he wasn't able to fulfill or complete his plan. You know, he's sorry that the plans got ruined. I'm just gonna use this one. Okay, sorry that the plans got ruined. Okay. He's also telling his this is what crosses. I need more space. This is what's in the root. This is my outcome card, and this is what's in front of him. Okay. He's also telling them that there's going to be some new developments in the selling, or the giving away, or auctioning, or selling of his musical estate, his musical estate, his memorabilia, his memorial museum, something about a museum, turning his home into a museum or memorial place, or maybe his collection of music. I'm not sure what this is standing for, but I feel like it's talking about his property, his musical property, and his actual home property and his possessions. So there's some sort of new developments around that. He wants to talk to his mother, wife, or sister about. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see these cards. I'm sorry. Okay. There's also, my cards talk about layers of things, past, present, future at the same time. So even though this is Celtic cross and this is the past position, I actually have past stuff that he's saying here, present stuff, future stuff as well. So bear that in mind. If I don't want to confuse anyone, but that's just how I organically read. So he's also saying that there was a severance from a musical contract. It was a bad contract here with the devil here. The devil comes connected with a contract, and the old lady represents life history. The whole life is basically owned by this devil. These cards could also be saying someone sold their soul, basically for the wealth, for the fame, for the material. I don't know, I see evil eye here. I don't want to go down that road, but if we were asking about Illuminati, I would definitely say this looks like a dark ritual, a dark contract. But I feel like it was behind him, like he got out of it. He got out of it. But that was the cause, the Ace of Swords, of his ruin, the Costanza reversed. Okay, so he's saying that. He's also saying that there's a dirty contract. There's something nefarious right now around his estate, a deal or a contract that he is, it's dangerous, or he's giving a warning. There's some deceit, and he's giving a warning to mother, wife, sister, child, I don't know, about that. Has to do with his estate, has to do with his musical memorabilia, has to do with his collection, it has to do with the house becoming a museum. There might be some sort of family, I don't really see squabbles, but he's upset and he's concerned about the selling or the auctioning or this deal, this contract to sell or to auction off or to create his home into a museum, or his memorabilia album, or his musical archives, whatever. He is concerned about that. He is saying someone's going to back out of a contract, or maybe he wants someone to back out of a contract. He may want, because this is somebody who wants, he may want someone to back out of a contract because he is warning them that they are being lied to or manipulated. This is also a manipulator. This is a manipulator. And I have other manipulator cards in the reading. Maybe I'll just get rid of the paper clips. It's interesting. So he's warning them. He is also saying that the rumor or the gossip is that he died from nefarious intentions. And I feel like he's saying that there's truth to that with the Ace of Swords upright. I feel like he's saying there's truth to that. It was an overdose. It was an excessive overdose. He was addicted to his pain pills. He was addicted, and he was addicted to the life. And he needed the energy. He needed that energy to perform. And he overdid it. He regrets that he overdid it. But still, the becoming addicted might have been a plan. Okay? And who's at the root of the plan? The devil. I don't know. The Illuminati? Don't know anything about Illuminati. Don't know. Don't want to know. But I don't know what that is, and I don't really want to get into that. Okay. There was a lot of music that he created that he didn't get a chance to share. There was also a lot of music there's music that's ready that he didn't get a chance to share. Those plans fell through. There's a lot of music that he still wanted to write, and he's disappointed that he can't follow through. So he has not achieved his fullness potential. He regrets that. He had a powerful message to share. He didn't get. He doesn't feel he shared it yet completely. Now, the music that he's prepared is tied up in some kind of litigation. It's bound by some contract to very wealthy elite people, or maybe there was some deal in place about that, or trying to be negotiated, about to be negotiated. I'm sorry, I can't tell if it's past or present. He wants the music to come out, but he's warning them that this contract is false. He also is saying that he wants the family, his loved ones, to separate. You guys can follow. To separate equally his estate, his possessions. He wants there to be peace and harmony in the family. Someone may not agree. Someone may be being selfish, wants more, but he wants them to do it equally. He regrets that he didn't handle his legal business, his will, before he died. He regrets that he was not prepared for that. He's sorry now that he didn't do that. And what he's saying now is, please just divide it equally, or please just agree to, if you're going to do the business, the museum as a family business, run it together in harmony, or if you're going to sell it off, that's fine, but be careful. There's something is going on. There's something deceptive around the contract. Okay? I hope that they hear this reading as family, because I wasn't going to do this reading. These kind of readings don't interest me. And like I said in the intro, that I never really was that fascinated by Prince's death. And but I felt compelled to do this reading. So maybe his energy is trying to come out through a lot of psychics right now. And I guess he wants to come out through me too. And I'm not a psychic, I'm a card reader. But anyway, he wants to protect. This is the card of protection. He wants to protect his family, and he wants to protect his musical property. This is going to stand for musical. His poetry, his songs. And he doesn't want his history defiled. He doesn't want it ruined. Huh. I don't know how it could get ruined, Prince. He doesn't want it to be tied up anymore. He doesn't want it to be in the hands of the enemy. He wants it to be in the hands of his family. Huh. He wants them to control it. Right now, I think someone else is controlling it. Okay, I don't know. I'm just saying what I'm seeing, what I'm picking up. I don't think he really likes the idea of the museum very much. I don't think he likes the idea of the museum very much. And he is also telling them that there is a thief. I didn't get the thief card, but someone is definitely taking advantage, taking possession, stealing. There's someone stealing his creations. There's someone stealing his items. Someone stealing his precious possessions, his material possessions. Someone is stealing from the home or from the estate. Someone is stealing. And someone might even be like stealing his songs and selling them to people. I don't know. Something about stealing his creativity as well. Maybe he's talking about the past, that this force, this energy, whoever he was contracted with, stole his creative energies. They stole from him a lot of that. Okay. So again, where he's at right now, he's in a place of crossing over. There's potential to cross over. He still has to deal with some, like, I don't know how the other side works, guys. I've done a couple of readings where my dead pets have talked to me. I know that sounds crazy, but on the day of their cremation ceremony, I got a message from my sister's dogs that I helped raise and my mother helped raise. We were all very close. And I got a message from the first dog that passed away and the second one that passed away. And it's like they're ready to cross the bridge, ready to cross over. But anyway, I'm sorry, I'm getting confused. But I just wanted to say that I have spoken to someone who's passed over before, but they were animals. And so I'm not sure how the other side works, but I feel like this is saying he's not prepared to cross over yet. He still has some regrets. He still has some things left unfinished with this Costanza reversed. He still has things left unfinished and a message that he wants to share that he didn't get a chance to. So he feels like he didn't fulfill his purpose completely. And I feel like these cards are saying that soon, very soon, with the Fairview card. There's a better card. The other Sibilla is better than this one. In the other Sibilla, this is a woman who is... I've got the cards separated already, so I want you to see the picture, though. Because in the other Sibilla, there's a woman who's looking through a telescope. So she's looking at something that's coming towards her. Something is coming towards her very soon. So he's saying there's going to be some new developments to, you know, these women here that he's talking to. New developments around his music, his musical archives, his estate, and all that. Soon his music is going to be released, I believe. There will be some sort of deal negotiated or a release from a contract that will allow his music to be released. But there's some sort of sadness around that. He's happy that when this music gets released, it's going to make a lot of people celebrate and dance and feel him again, and they'll be mourning him again, they'll be missing him again, they'll be enjoying him again, they'll be buying that music. It's gonna be like, boom, a lot of money. Maybe he's sad that he won't be here to see it or to feel that, because that was how he received his gratification. That he still kind of suffers from that addiction. I feel he's still working through the process of letting that go. And he misses making music. He misses that. Even though you can make music on the other side, but he misses that energy, that rhythm, that primal movement. You know, I don't know. He's still very materially bound, I think. He hasn't quite let go of the energy of the earth. And he has past regrets he still wants to fulfill with his music. But in a short time, there will be arrival of some new music. Or it could also be talking about, in terms of, I asked, was he going to be reincarnated? He could be deciding about that now. He's at the point of crossing over. He hasn't quite crossed over fully yet. There's a process of grieving and healing that has to take place. Now this is where it gets a little complicated, and I'm taking some liberties. I'm freely interpreting the cards. I feel like he's saying that I want to go back. I want to return. This is about a reunion. I want to return. He feels a little guilty about turning his back on the grace of heaven. The grace of heaven. Okay? Right now. He understands that it's a blessing, but he really wants to fulfill, sorry, it's hard for me to get to the other card. He really wants to fulfill his purpose. So he's still working through whether or not he wants to return, but I do feel like he's going to be returning. I do feel like the cards again say he's going to be returning. We have this, he's already made a strong will, determination, even though maybe he hasn't really fully processed it yet. And look, the same as in the reading by the Empress, reading the Ace of Wands turned up in the other position, the 8th position, what's in his external environment. So procreation, conception. But I feel like at this present moment he wants to return. He's feeling guilty about that, a little bit guilty about that. He's torn. He feels like he was, and I forgot to tell you, he feels like he was torn from life too soon, violently torn away, that it was stolen, his life was stolen from him. Okay, he feels like his life was stolen from him. He didn't live and he didn't fulfill his life. Wow. He lived a good life, but he feels like he had much more than he wanted to fulfill. Three of Cups talks about pleasure. In tarot, it would be a card of a sexual union, you know, taking place. It could be free love, right? It could be at a party. It could be there's some sort of mistake, maybe possible. This could also be talking about news of a arrival. Someone makes an announcement that they're pregnant. This could be unexpected pregnancy. If we're talking in the future and his reincarnation, the mother may get pregnant unexpectedly. She may be sad about the pregnancy. The pregnancy may happen in a period of sadness, regret, or pain. It could happen because she got too drunk. It could happen because she was abused. I'm seeing these energies around this woman. She could be getting pregnant after having had lost some pregnancies, some miscarriages. Okay, because I feel like it's a surprise. It's an unexpected. This is a surprise, and this is a surprise, and the Page of Cups is a surprise. It's a surprise to her when she becomes pregnant. It'll be a surprise when his music gets released. I don't know why I say that, but okay. There was some sort of painful past or regret that he's processing, and soon something or someone is going to arrive. It's the return of a loved one, and I just feel like he's going to return either in the physical on earth, or he's going to return through his music. His music could get released, and then he could return that way, or he could actually be reborn. Either way, if it's music that gets released, he's reborn through that. His essence is reborn, or it could actually be literally his spirit is reborn. Okay, so I feel like Prince wants to return. I feel like that's what he's saying. I want to return. I want to come back. I feel guilty. But there's still so much more I want to. He has a strong will. Strong will. He's a little bit. He's very spiritual, but I also feel like he's still materially bound in a sense. Not so much to the wealth, but I feel like that got out of hand. That got out of control. That's one of the messages he wants to say, but I'm jumping the gun. With the Four of Cups here, in his what he's experiencing, position, what he feels about the present situation. He's dissatisfied with something. Again, this may be him not accepting the blessing of grace, wanting to be somewhere else. The grass is greener. He wants to come back to earth, to the grass, to the earth. Okay? He's thinking about turning down this blessing, this gift. He's still in process of deciding. The Six of Diamonds and the Seven of Hearts. In tarot, this would be a deal and a quid pro quo, and this would be a decision. And they're reversed. So again, he is dissatisfied about some sort of deal about the selling of his estate, the auctioning off, or the release of his music or something like that. He doesn't like this contract. He doesn't like this deal. He is warning that there is some dirty dealing involved. There's someone whose motives are very selfish. There's a dangerous enemy. He's actually calling this person a dangerous person, a dangerous enemy. And if he's talking about Illuminati, then they're a dangerous enemy. He's warning those involved with the deal that he loves. Dangerous enemy. Very selfish, self-motivated, calculating, manipulating. It's a man. It may be two men. All right? Maybe two men. And they have dark hair. Could be a lawyer. Could be an agent. It could be an accountant. He doesn't want his loved ones to accept the deal they're being offered. He wants them to look closely. Look very closely. This would be Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups, when it's reversed, wants you to look very closely. Pinpoint something. Don't get confused. Don't be misguided. He's saying they're being misguided in this deal. He's saying they're being manipulated. They stand, whoever it is, these two men, they stand to inherit a shitload of money. A gold mine. Way more profits than they'll get than the family will get. So he doesn't like the deal. He's saying that there's still time to change it with Fairview. There's still time to back out of the contract with Costanza reverse. There's still time to back out. There's still time to have it looked over by somebody else. He's saying don't sign it. You don't understand the contract and you're being manipulated. I don't know who he's talking to, but I hope whoever it is gets this message because I took all day to figure it out. And I want to help Prince out. I like you, Prince. I love you. Now, this card is also jumping around and it's saying this conception, this sex will result in a surprise. This could be a birth. This could be a new life. The seed, the potential. So, again, I feel like we're talking about the mother-to-be, his mother-to-be on earth, that when he is conceived through her, it will be a surprise for her. She may conceive in some sort of pain or sorrow or regret. Or it could be from overindulgence. Either way, there's some regret. Or there was an unexpected pregnancy. She didn't think she could get pregnant. Okay? Something like that. And I'm talking future here. Like, this will be in the future. When he decides to come back, and I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to be reincarnated. I think he wants to come back. He wants to return. This is a return. And he wants to return soon. And, it's also telling me that his life, because this would represent his spirit, his life, was taken by surprise. It was taken from him by surprise, and that's also why it's near the regret card. It was taken by surprise. Taken. Not lost, taken. And he's talking about this dangerous enemy again. He's talking about this dangerous enemy. Wow. And this unscrupulous people. And then he's talking again about when his music gets released. When his new music gets released, it's going to inspire. It's going to be a surprise. It's going to really bring in a big sales. And he just doesn't want, the unscrupulous ones stand to profit the most. And he doesn't want that. He wants his family to have his holdings. He wants his family, I think he wants his family to stay in charge of his estate. Or at least get a better deal, because the deal you got, he doesn't like it. Alright, I'm repeating myself a lot. Doggone it. So in his hopes and his fears, or in his emotions, we have the Nine of Cups. We have the La Alegria card. It's just this card here, but I wanted to pull out the original Sibilla. People dancing, people sharing, drinking. when it's reversed, it's overindulgence. It's like a rave. And he wants to say with these cards that he died. When he died, his head was spinning. This card is someone who doesn't think straight. Their mind is disordered. There was a lot of confusion. When he died, his head was spinning. It was like a crazy rave almost, you know? He was just like buzzed out of his mind. And I don't mean he was high. I mean he was just like, he couldn't think. And this overindulgence of drugs, it was a mistake. This is a one-off blunder. It was a mistake. And he was just out of control. And it also was connected to two men. See, I always talk about this card when it comes up in Sibilla because there's two men who are supposedly celebrating the achievements of someone, but they're actually talking about behind his back. They're planning something behind his back. They're doing something deceitful behind his back. And they're actually jealous of this person's success, and they want all of his money, of his success for themselves. They're not true friends. They're fake friends. So he's calling attention to that. There was fake friends. There was betrayal. There were a lot of yes people around him who didn't, who saw that he was abusing his drugs, his prescription drugs. They saw a level of crazy in him. Maybe that his mind wasn't working right. They saw that. I think they saw that. And they also saw fear and paranoia. This is someone who's extremely paranoid. So, and that showed up in the other reading. So, but his friends were yes friends. They enabled him. They didn't stop him or whoever prescribed the drugs. It was enabled. It was enabled. It was enabled by fake friends. Oh, there was smugness involved. Smugness involved, and someone was happy about his passing. They stood to gain so much from this death. And this is also a card about drug abuse, alcohol abuse. So it's telling me again, if he's born into a new family with this Ace of Wands here, that it's agreeing with the other reading that I did previously, based on the Empress's layout, that there's some sort of abuse in the family he's born into when he comes back. And you know why that is? I think that it's, and I don't know how the other side works, I think it's because he's going to come back too soon. I think he's going to come back before he has worked out all of his emotional connections, emotional pain. So he's going to bring that with him into this next life. So he's going to be born into, I believe, where there's some kind of abuse, or there's some kind of drug abuse. He could be talking about his life because he was born in drug abuse, right? Wasn't his dad a drug abuser? So because he doesn't work that out, he's still going to replay that again if he gets reincarnated. And then the final cards, oh, actually, there's two more. Okay. This is the outcome, and this is the most likely outcome. Okay, so let me read the most likely outcome real quick. We've got the dog card, which is loyalty when it's upright. It's disloyalty when it's reversed. We got the gift of precious stones, which is an offer, a deal. It could be his wealth, his estate as well. And 10 of cups, paradise, family, loved ones, sharing, fans, his public. So, not sure how clear this reading is for you guys because I don't have enough space to lay out the cards the way I want to. But, let's see, what do I want to say here? Disloyalty and betrayal start here. Someone around the situation, we're repeating ourselves again, but someone around the current situation is going to get betrayed. There's treachery around the deal. Around the deal. Okay, he's warning again. Really, he's warning. There's treachery around the deal. And someone is not to be trusted. Someone wants to undermine the relationship or the family. And shady business transactions. He's saying don't sign it. Let someone else look at it. He's also saying don't place your trust. He's saying this to his family. Don't place your trust in fame. And he's also saying it to his public. He's saying it to the world. He's saying don't place your trust in fame, in earthly desires. Don't place your trust in fame, in wealth, in drugs, in partying, in overindulgence. Don't be so desirous, he's saying, that you sell your soul for it. Don't be so desirous that you sell your soul for it. And true wealth, he's saying, is true wealth, true happiness is when you receive, when you give and you receive to those, when you give and receive love to those that are around you. It could be your loved ones, it could be your family, it could be to your friends, it could be to the world in general. But any sort of gift of your expression is a sharing of your love. That's the only thing that's the most precious thing. And he's saying that even though he's still tied materially, I think, to this earth. He's still grappling with a desire to express himself in an earthly way. He hasn't worked out all of that yet. I think he wants the chance to come back and express himself without getting caught up in the materialism, without letting it corrupt him or chain him. So, I think he was on the road to doing that before he died too. He had put this behind him. He was going to start in a new way. He had a new mindset. So, any love that you share with the world is what he's saying. Any love that you share with the world is precious. And his gift of music was so precious. He wants to share that again. I think he's saying that. I want to share that again. He also says that soon his collection of his music will be released. It's his gift, it's his legacy that he wants to share with the world. There's an enemy around that. There's the enemy will benefit more than the family. He's warning you that it's not too late to change this if you do it soon. There's still time to back out or to have someone investigate it. Or two, he's also saying reestimate the value of his estate. Reestimate the value of his estate is worth considerably more, especially when his music collection gets released. It's going to be worth so much more. It's going to be worth a lot of money. That they need to reestimate the value of it. Okay? And then these cards here, the final cards in his outcome, we have the Knight of Pentacles and we have the enemy. And I pulled out the Sibilla enemy, the Everyday Oracle Sibilla enemy. And this is the enemy in the Egyptian Oracle. So, once again, there's a warning that there's an enemy. He wants to say, I feel safe, I'm protected now, the enemy can't hurt me. But he wants to warn others. He wants someone to be careful, to be cautious, and to look closely at contracts. Look closely at and pay close attention to the details. There's a man involved in the cover-up, or a man is hiding something from you. He was my enemy. We clashed. He wanted to hurt me. Be careful. He's warning someone that you're involved with this man. Maybe you don't even know it. Maybe it's disguised. But he's around. He's behind the deal. He's not your friend. Maybe acting like a friend. Maybe you're getting some support from this person, but they're actually not to be trusted. He's saying, don't sign a document you don't fully understand. And someone is embezzling. Someone is embezzling from his estate right now. And he's warning whoever is doing it, and it might even be a family member, I don't know. Because in a sense, he's kind of telling the person who's doing it, you're under private investigation. Either that, or he's telling his family to get a private investigator and re-estimate the value of his estate. They may find the embezzlement in that way. And his last message to everyone, and I'm sorry this took me so long to do this reading, but I really wanted to do this. His last message he wants to share is, he's saying to the world, he's saying, life is precious, and please don't take drugs, even prescription drugs. The ones that you feel the safest are the most dangerous. The prescription drugs are the most dangerous. He says it sneaks up on you. You don't see it coming. You get addicted, it sneaks up on you. You don't see it coming. It will kill you. And I feel like the word opioid is coming out. And he just wants everyone to be cautious, to be wise, and to maybe find alternative or natural healing methods, to seek those out. And don't be so impatient for instant gratification. That's part of why we're so addicted to drugs. So that's the message that I'm getting from Prince. I hope that you guys enjoyed the reading. I'm sorry that it took so long, but thank you for bearing with me, and that's all I want to say. Okay, God bless you, Prince. Thank you, and blessings to my listeners. Bye-bye.